It's in the game.
Wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fist. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun of me, got my with a tree. Son of a gun, pay for all I done. That's where they'll get us head, 'cause I ain't done just yet. Yeah, went for a drive, blue lights lit up my brown eyes. I just tried to play cool. Cop said, boy, you're just a fool. Cuffed and stuffed me in the trunk. Next time I won't get sold.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns. The weather will not be a factor today. We have absolutely beautiful conditions here. And off we go from Cleveland. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10.
Super! Hey, 76!
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Go tonight! Listen. Hey, tonight!
Looking to throw. Goff. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
We go!
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
By 20! Obama!
First down, and they go right back to him. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. It's the defense all over this one.
At his 48-yard line, a gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Kill.
Finds Isaac to Slaw, complete. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
We go, come on. 2 for 6, like 20.
Running it with David Montgomery. And they only get a couple when they needed a good bit more, Brock. That's going to make it 4th down. Offense up to the line fast.
A 2-yard gain. It's
4th down, Goff throwing. Throw caught by his running back. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pull off the conversion.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. Escapes a defender. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. Looking quickly here.
14 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions.
Working inside the red zone. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Look at this. The tight end getting a carry here. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play's not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long.
Well, Kate, that's a white flag waving if I've ever seen one. I'm not sure I saw any avenue with that run play that was going to result in a 1st down. It felt more like the coordinator saying, well, you earned that call by the mishaps on 1st and 2nd down.
Bates' kick is up and good. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
We'll call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season you won't. In that case, one went right through.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's DeAndre Carter with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
The tackle by Jack.
And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. The Lions out in front. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this.
Ready.
We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They have 2nd and pretty long here. To the air, Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Run right side. Judkins. And is not going to be able to reach that marker. Got it close, but it sets a 4th and less than a yard now.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
All right, here's one of our game's first big risks. The offense lining up to go for it on their own side. They'll go. It's Sanders. That one's caught. Judy has it. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. What a play to beat this defense on 4th down. 23 yards and a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Big strike downfield to Judy. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Once more into the hands of Judy. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Here's Judkins on 2nd down. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Here we go, strike. Check go.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much, but it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
That's another Browns 1st down.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football in Huntington Bank on its way.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and
Trap
goal
60, trap 60.
at the 12-yard line.
Bronco 80. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Sanders going to look to throw. And this defense is holding up. Had somebody ready to knock it away, and that's going to force 3rd and goal.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Now run good for 3 yards, but still a ways out as it brings up 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Rose caught. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Along the right sideline, there's space. 30. The 10. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Oh, man, Brock, once that became a foot race, you could have gone ahead and just said goodbye because you were not stopping that play.
He gone. I mean, he's long gone. Not with a full field ahead and one of the longest runs of his career right in front of him. The way he broke that, the only fitting place was the end zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 18-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
70.
Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
They'll stick with the ground game here. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Another give to Judkins. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
46-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before the half. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell with the INT.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Go, Todd! 180!
Again, it's Gibbs. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Working quickly here.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Throwing is gone.
16-yard line.
And And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On the jump.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes first and 10. On the give, here's Judkins. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
To the air on first down, Sanders. And the Lions are there to bring him down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Let's go.
Handoff now to Judkins. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brings up
Third down run from Judkins. Same guy, same results. He's bottled up for a second time. That's going to bring him to fourth down. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. We've not seen much achievement today.
Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance.
Here we go. Ready, right?
They'll go play action for Sanders. Finds him on the crossing route. And as we kind of expected, it does not work out. So a little surprised to see him go for it. They're headed off after they turned it over on downs.
A 50% hit rate on fourth down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Goes to the hurry up here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Now gone. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
We go tonight. Now you want 180. What's that?
Gone. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hot. 180.
Goff on third. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Bates' kick is up and good. It sails right through a beautifully placed football.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Sanders setting the pass. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
15 at the 16-yard line.
A give left side. Judkins. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
The ball carrier brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 14.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter.
Ready, break.
Let's see what they went with. Third down.
Let's pick up.
Another one for Judkins. Finding room at the 30. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Ready.
On first down, here's Sanders. That's complete. David Njoku. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 22 out of that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
60 Vikings.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready.
Sanders back to throw. Has the hook up again to Njoku. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. A big completion for the rookie out of Colorado. It gets his guys a first. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Judkins on first down. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Judkins running between the tackles. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On the set.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And the Lions are there to bring him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A loss of 5. It's 4th down.
19 tight. Go.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And he's got it. It's in close. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Left. 180. Super one.
It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Left 20.
Looking to throw. Goff escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
We go tonight. 180.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Lions with a 13-point lead. Third and 4 coming up now.
Value 1. We go. 180. DC. Value 1. Turbo.
They go play action with Goff. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this.
Maverick. We go.
Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And forget this 1st down. He's made as he got to the line. They're not going to get this. This is a turnover on downs.
This running back has had himself a day. Not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the 1st and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Cougar 19. Let's go. 60 Eagle. 18 Pioneer. Let's go.
Now Sanders. On the slant, complete to Judy. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Jerry Judy touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself with a gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
14.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there when you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. The toss play, Montgomery. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be third down.
A humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Now the Browns spend their final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit. That brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. Following the false start penalty, here's 3rd down and longer. He's back to throw. The lateral goes haywire. Fumble. And they jump on top of it. Ooh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Starts his return from the 23. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
The clock inside of 50 seconds now. 2nd and 10. Here he is to throw. Returning to his go-to, it's Judy. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch. So give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Back to throw.
46-yard line.
Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line.
Browns, 1st down.
Ready.
They'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
16 more yards. That's another Browns 1st down.
Here he goes, one final shot. It's intercepted. That will do it. Brian Branch has it. So the Lions get the win on the road. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort.